walking along the railroad tracks here. I walked up here to film all these rail cars, lumber cars that's been sitting here on this old out of service side spur for a while now. I think at least a month. I'm not sure it's been quite 2 months. I know that there's been some here for over a month. R.J. Corman brought them up here. Due to the coronavirus, there's not a lot of new construction going on, so there's lumber cars all over the place. They got a bunch on sidings and packs too, so a bunch of these apparently went through packs. This used to be the grain elevator for Austin Palace. Now it's just for car service. I guess it's it's sort of out of service spur, but side spur, but R.J. Corman uses it for car stores and the walk-on cars. The one on now is all constant trains. There's no more trains coming today though. Apparently there was a train through today because it's been raining all day long and the rails don't have hardly any rust on them. So I was watching Little House on the Prairie on TV when it's pouring down the rain. I thought I heard a train. I think it was a train. Apparently it was a train I heard. I wasn't imagining it. But at the same time it's pouring down the rain, so I didn't care. Which is unusual if that was a train, but I'm not 100% sure. It's unusual because I usually don't go by on Sundays. 1, 2, 3. I actually filmed some of these cars coming up here. If you've seen all your video on YouTube, I filmed about these cars. They had like 5 of them that day. I'm up here where the Siltex mine used to be, well, the loadout. The mine part of where the miners lost their lives in that explosion is on the opposite side of the mountain where the 7 miners lost their lives. It's on the other side of the mountain. That's a lot closer to my house than this. This is kind of far away. Or whatever. Yeah. It's weird. The city of Mount Hope's literally across the mountain here. Well, sort of. Actually, I walk across the mountain here, I'd be up Selwood, which is on top of the mountain here. But it's actually a 4-wheel trail. I think it's grew up since then, but me and my cousin walked across a few times. I think I've walked across with friends. And we've rode 4-wheelers across there a bunch of times too. You actually come out of Mount Hope behind Mount Nimrod. The 4-wheel trail goes up the mountain at an angle, and then it loops around somebody's private property, and then it loading and unloading instructions. Avoid tipping accident. Somebody done that here once of one of the grain cars. Apparently they were braking out and they went down through here, hit the D-well device and flipped. I wasn't here for that one, but I remember hearing about it. Because the guy that caused the accident was one of my neighbors, and he come home not very happy because he's having to explain the accident report. Of course, me and my brother come up here to see it, and well, R.J. Corman done had it back on the track. Apparently, it might have been CSX. Actually, it was R.J. Corman because it was after R.J. Corman took over from CSX. Apparently, he told us about a few days after the accident, or I would have came up here, because I guess he waited till after he had filled the accident report and everything, had to explain everything. He could have told us the day after the accident. I could have got a video of that. But by the time he told us, they done had the mess cleaned up. But all these lumber cars are stored temporarily. It's very rare to see this end of the siding, the rails on this end of the spur polished. But whatever day they come and hook up their cars, as they come and bring the engines up, hook up to them and pull them all down the line towards Thurman. eventually. Last time this end of the wells was polished, I couldn't get back up here in time to see it. This in the spur, they had like 20 tank cars on that side spur. Well, actually, I think it was 18. If I think I counted 18, so nearly 20. Oh, they Corn took the engines up here. I didn't have a camera with me that day, but I remember watching them go through town with all these tank cars. I wanted to come back up here and get that video, but that day, I think I was too tired to care. Woke up the next day and it was pouring down the rain. Not just light rain, I mean heavy rain. Flash flood kind of rain. It rained all day. And that whole bottom area would have been about the houses of Mount Hope. If you've seen my floodplain videos, was flooded some. Not bad, but some minor flooding down there because it didn't last long enough to flood that bad. But it rained all day for 2 days. And you can even, so needless to say, I didn't get that in video like I wanted to. But it's just interesting how they got all these cars parked there. I remember that because between my busy work schedule and the 2 days of rain, I didn't get up here in time to see the wells now in the siding spur polished. I gotta walk back to the crossings down here. I actually walked a couple miles. It would have been easier just to get in the car and come here that way, but I was sitting in the house watching the Little House on the Prairie marathon most of the day and decided to get out and come for a walk. But I mainly wanted to film that. This is at least, it's weird because this is maybe 2 miles from my house. That might be a little more than 2 miles. It's not that far if you think about it. It's very well I walk up this way. Usually if I'm up this way, I'm in the car chasing the train between Mount Hope and Pax. Or I'm chasing the train from Pax to Mount Hope to follow it towards Thurman. So I'm usually not walking this way. Oh well, I gotta do something different occasionally. But I'm gonna end the video. I mainly want to point out all those lumber cars. There's like 10 more. I think there's like 10 more in the siding next to Thurman, just before I cross over the Thurman Bridge. And there's a bunch going towards Leicester that I can see on the side spur there, and I think there's some near Lake Stevens. I don't know how many lumber cars there are all together. I thought this line used to tie into the Norfolk Southern line. I don't think the switch. Also the switch. No, I imagine them taking out the packs. The switch to the Norfolk Southern line is no longer there, so I don't know where they parked them up that way. But they took the butts up that way, but I don't think the switch is there anymore. I'll figure that out in another video. I want to make my brain hurt trying to figure out confusing, discombobulating stuff.